The original property was actually donated in 1865 to the county, and in 1867 opened up as the first official poor farm with surrounding poor farms in the area. And in 1925 it turned over into the Lawrence County Home for the Aged.
In 1977 is when it changed over into Hill View Manor, and that's when they built this wing, and it became, well, Hill View Manor, which was an extended care facility. Not a lot changed from the time it was the Lawrence County Home until it became Hill View Manor. It slowly transitioned over into a nursing home setting.
The hallway we're standing in right now is known as 1 North.
This hallway was used for critical patients, so we get a lot of activity down this hallway. You'll see people peeking out of the doors, walking down the hallway towards you. Noises, we'll get audible sounds like heart monitors, people snoring, people yelling, talking. This hallway, when it didn't exist, when this was the Lawrence County Home, this was all farmland for the poor farm. They raised their own animals and took care of their own crops. We've got the sound of horses, chickens, cows. They were allowed to have pets when it was the poor farm, so we have had the sound of dogs barking in the building, cats meowing. Actually, we just heard a cat right before you got here. Yeah. We kept hearing a cat, and I'm like, where is it coming from? We don't have cats here.
Sometimes I'll smell what smells like a really strong farm smell, like horse and hay and manure. And there's no farm here anymore. So
there's no farms around here either.
That's just real residual energy that's still around.
We're in the basement right now. It's the new portion of the basement. We call this the personal belongings room, and that is because when people would pass away, they would bring their stuff down here if family members didn't come to pick it up. So you'll see a lot of suitcases, chairs, furniture, TVs, all kinds of different things.
Decorations for holidays. And we did have a lot more in here, but it's not here anymore. But what you see belonged to somebody who did pass away in the building.
And we get a lot of activity down here.
We got these recliners right here. And sometimes we'll sit in them, and that's in the middle because we'll put our equipment on top of the little spool. And then we'll ask questions about, am I sitting in your chair? You know, things like that. We'll start seeing things that would look like crawling up towards us. We'll start getting EVPs, voice recordings of spirits, and answering us saying, yes, you're in my chair, get out of my chair, things like that. So that's really cool.
We watch shadows move through here. We are in Mary Virginia's room. Mary Virginia was in a home her entire life. She had cerebral palsy, so her family apparently just dropped her off in a home and never went back to see her again. The last 4 years of her life, she was actually at a different facility. We don't know how long she was here, but she left in 2004 when we closed. She was here probably at least 10 years that we know of, and the nurses absolutely loved her. She was very childlike in nature. All she had wrong with her was the cerebral palsy. So her childlike nature was just how she liked to act. People would talk to her, we talked to her like a child, in a childlike voice, and we get a lot of good reactions from her.
A lot of women and children get a lot of good evidence from her in here. Men tend to be a little quieter in here. I think that's mostly because the time era that she did live in. Men probably weren't looked at as the, very nice people sometimes during the poor farm days, I think. So I think she's just way more comfortable with women and children.
But she did hang costume jewelry from her curtain rail, and she always did have baby dolls on her bed. The nurses said they would have to take the baby dolls off the bed just to get her tucked in at night. And she always carried a baby doll around everywhere she went. Even though the building closed in 2004, we started investigations here in 2009 and we still continue to do them. If you check our website, is hauntedhillviewmanor.com, and you can find private investigations, public investigations, and tours.
And we also have a Facebook page, Hill View Manor, the official page, where we offer live streams from inside the building on weekends, almost every weekend occasionally. And you can watch those all back right now, and you can investigate the building when you're not even here.